Hi there, I'm Coach Dalton. I wanted to take just a second to introduce myself as one of the coaches for America's team. Somebody must really love you because they've invited you to participate with me in what I think is the once-of-a-lifetime chance to travel to and play ball in the beautiful country of Australia while representing both our sport and our country. If someone made an invitation like this to me, I would probably have a lot of things going on in my head. And so that's the reason I've made this video, to try to help you answer those questions that I'm sure must be going through your head. What are my expectations? What is it that you should expect as we do this travel? I hope that after watching all this, you will elect to accept this opportunity and participate with me in this wonderful opportunity. Hope to talk to you soon. One of the things I want you to understand up front is you are representing the country of the United States, and you are representing the sport of softball the way we play it in America. This is not like an Olympic team where we're going to Spain just to try to spank everybody that we can and win. That's not what this trip is about. We're trying to select girls that have great character as well as ability on the field. I want you to understand that while we're in Spain, you should expect to get a lot of play time. We're going to play 3 doubleheaders, so we will play 6 games during our week there. And you're also going to have the chance to take selfies with some of the greatest sights and scenes in the world. The kind of things that they make movies about, and you watch, you're like, oh wow, I wish I could be there. Well, guess what? You're going to be there. Parents, don't worry about how we're going to get everywhere. We will have a driver for a bus, and we'll have a tour guide with us 24 hours a day the entire time that we're there. They'll pick us up at the airport, take us everywhere we need to be, handle all of our translations, any questions or issues that come up, they'll help us deal with. So we're going to be well cared for while we're there. One of the things that I think you probably want to know about is playing. How do we play? Well, the game of softball is pretty universal. There's a few different minor rules over there, but those aren't things that we're going to worry about because we're not really thinking about just winning. What we're thinking about doing is playing the game the way that we would play it. If we win, we win, but we're going to try to represent good character so that those girls over there get the chance to see what an American softball player is like. You. They want to get to know you. We don't have to pretend to be somebody else. If we wanted all the girls to look like a certain thing or play a certain way, we would have tryouts and we would pick players that way. You've been selected or nominated by a coach who knows you personally and who believes in your character and believes you would represent this country well on that field. That doesn't mean that they expect that you're going to be perfect. And I don't expect that you're going to be perfect. What I do expect is that you're going to have a smile on your face and joy in your heart as we get this opportunity together. If an umpire rips you off and the ball's rolling in, but he calls you out on a 3rd strike, you're going to shake that off, get back to the dugout, and be ready to go do your job on the field. We're not going to throw temper tantrums. You're not going to see me kicking dirt on umpires while we're over there. That's not what we need to be representing for this country. That doesn't mean that I don't expect you to have the battle of your life every single time you're at bat, because you are representing the country in our sport. So I don't expect you to shake bats off. I expect you to shake bad calls off. One of the things that I'm looking for in terms of playing is girls who want to attack the game. I want you to attack the ball every single time you're up to the plate looking to hit. We are not traveling thousands and thousands of miles for you to look to take walks so that you can say you got on base in Spain. I want you to say you destroyed the ball in Spain. If you need help getting to that point, I'm going to be here for you for the next year to help get you ready if that's what you need. When we're in the field, guess what I want? I want you to attack the ball and the other players as well. We're trying to get 21 outs as fast as we can so that we get more chances with the bats. Everybody throws girls out at first base from right field. Here's my thought process. Center fielders, if it's a sharp line drive that bounces once and you pick it up on your way to first base, shoot that kid out. If you're a left fielder and you have a strong arm and those girls make wide turns, I don't expect you to lollipop it into second base. I expect that ball to be in the air on the way to first base so that girl gets popped when she thinks about rounding that base too big because she was hoping for a double. We want to try to attack defensively and offensively. One of the things I want to prepare for you for mentally is that they don't play ball quite the same way that we do. We separate our girls into age groups and we say, you're 10 and under, you have to play together. You're 12 and under, you play together. You're 14 and under, you play together. You're 16 and under, play together. We can do that as a way to make the most competition because we've got millions and millions of players to draw from. They don't have that luxury overseas. When we go to these places, it's more like small communities, and everybody who wants to play ball is in that club. We may face a 12-year-old player who's been being prepared by her mom and dad for years, and this is her first chance to actually be on the field against some really good competition. You also might face some girls that are exactly the same age as you, exactly the same physical strength as you, exactly the same ability as you. That's going to be a great battle. We also might face some woman who's 35 years old and she has a 12-year-old daughter on the team because she loves the game of softball. She's been there for 25 years in that same club looking for the chance someday in her life to be able to pitch against somebody from the United States so that she would know how she stacks up. That might not be so fair to some of you who might be 13 or 14, have to play some 35-year-old woman. We might face a woman who's from that community, went on to be part of their country's national team or professional team, and she's coming back to represent her club because she wants to help the younger players in her club. So you might face a professional pitcher. You might face a professional catcher. That doesn't seem very fair. Who's talking about fair? How's this for the chance of a lifetime? You get to come back and say you played against professional players and you know how you'd stack up. You might not get a home run off of her, but can you imagine what it'd be like to say I faced a 25-year-old woman who was bigger and stronger than Crystal Bustos, and I fouled the ball off and I battled for an 8-pitch at bat before she finally got me out with a ridiculous changeup? I can't buy that opportunity for you. We don't get those kind of opportunities here. They tell some of you 13 to 14-year-old girls you don't get a chance to play against college players or professional players. You have to wait your turn for 12 years. I'm giving you the chance, if that club has that opportunity, to go find out what you've got skill-wise and mental-wise against some of the best players in the world, possibly. And that's all we can hope for. There might be some bad calls in games. These referees want their home club to win. They want to give them every chance they get. So we might get some really bad calls. We need to shake that stuff off and do the best we can. We're not going to throw tantrums. We're not going to stomp around. We're not going to whine and moan. Because at the end of the day, we're getting a chance, a once-in-a-lifetime chance, to play ball in another country against international ball players. The referees are not going to take away the joy that we have in our hearts from doing that. I can guarantee you that. One of the things that we like to do with America's team, and especially that I really love to overly do, is exchange t-shirts with the players on the other teams. So I'm going to ask you to bring some of your old t-shirts or some of your old jerseys or old hats with you so that we can give that to those players from those teams after we play them. The idea is they can pull a t-shirt out of their drawer for the rest of their lives every time they go to practice or go to play other games that they might be playing, and they'll remember us. They'll think about that girl who gave them a Georgia State Championship shirt, or a girl that gave them a World Series t-shirt, things that you can't buy on eBay or Amazon. You have to earn those things. So I'm going to ask you to dig deep in your drawers. For some of you, it's not so hard. You got a million shirts. Find something that you think those girls would like. We're going to take that packet, take it with us, and give it to them after games. One of the things that I know you need to look forward to is parties after the games. These are people that love to party afterwards. For them, these clubs are a very social thing. The whole community comes together. People who love this game, and they like to host afterwards. So they're going to prepare meals for us so that when we're done and we're hot and tired, instead of having to drive back and grabbing a burger at some place, they're going to provide really, really good food for us. And most of the time they like to dance. So they'll have music and we'll dance. We might get to dance with a mariachi band. Who knows what we can look forward to. But I know one thing, we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. I hope you've liked this introduction. It gives you a little bit more idea about what America's Team and this kind of a trip are about. I hope it gives you some insight into what I as a coach am looking for and why you've been selected. If you're a kid who thinks you want to go over there just to spank down some girl who's exactly the same age as you, and you're not willing to move around on the field to try to play as we need, you wouldn't be willing to possibly even switch players with their teams so that we can try to balance it and make it as best a game as we can, you're probably not the kind of kid I'm taking with me. So you might as well turn this off and just say no. If you're the kind of person who relishes the chance to represent this country and show the world what you've got inside your heart for this game, then this is the opportunity for you. And I sure look forward to you being a part of my team.